Hey guys, Morgan the Rebellious Reviewer. We talk about music, books, movies, shows, and video games. And yes, I've added new things to my intro. I decided to do this after Rate Your Music opened up their video game rating site Glitchwave. And I decided I want in on the action. And I decided to add shows as well, because why not? So that's gonna be my motto from now on. Now that that's out of the way, let me explain what this game is for my new subscribers and viewers. Welcome, guys. Anyway, this is a game that I use to choose which entertainment I'm going to be reading, watching, listening to, etc. during the month. Last time I did 3 months, but I've decided to make it just 1 month because I've changed the rules. Again. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about how I did last month. I didn't even come close to managing it, which, to be fair to me, was pretty much obvious. I had 19 albums that I had to listen to in 3 months, along with 18 books and 9 movies. No one could manage that. And I only ended up listening to a few of the albums, reading 2 books, and watching 1 movie. Not much. However, that doesn't matter since I'm changing the rules. Let's explain what the new rules are. First of all, instead of pulling bunnies until the tower collapses like I did last time, I'm gonna roll these 2 6-sided dice so that they pick a number that I'm going to be pulling from the bunnies. For example, if I roll, say, a 7, I have to pull 7 bunnies for that round. Also, I can roll again if I get a ridiculously high number, but I'm only allowed to do that once, and I'm not allowed to do it in multiple rounds in a row. So, since I do albums first and books second, I can't roll twice for both albums and books. Also, I cannot roll twice if I get a double. So if I get, say, 2 4s, I have to stick with it. Same goes for 2 6s, unfortunately. Finally, there are some extra challenges thrown into this game to make it more fun. The first of which is, one of the 5 forms of entertainment will have a theme every month. This month, albums will have a theme, and that theme is winter. So, I have to pick some albums that remind me of winter, or that have the winter description on rateyourmusic.com. Second, if I roll a double, I have to choose between one of 100 prompts using a random number generator. Which means that if I roll a double while picking albums, I will have to pick a winter album that fits the prompt. So I may end up picking a winter-themed album with blood on the cover or something ridiculously specific. But that hopefully won't happen. With that long preamble out of the way, let's roll for the albums. Let's see how many I'm going to end up with. 1 and 4. Okay, so that's not a double and it's only 5. 5 albums. So that means I have to roll this dice 5 times and pull 5 bunnies from this tower without knocking it over. Because if I knock it over, I have to double the amount. So here goes with roll number 1. Purple. That means that I have to pick a rock, metal, alternative, or punk album. Which I will do after I've pulled a bunny. Ah, there we go. So, let me pull up my sheet that I use to write these things down. Aha, there we go. And I have to pick a winter-themed rock album that isn't on this sheet of paper. You'll see why in a minute. So, let's get started with Dissection, Storm of the Light's Bane. Dissection, Storm of the Light's Bane is a black metal album, which is extremely wintry and also has some symphonic elements mixed in. It's actually quite beautiful from what I've heard of it, and so that's our first pick. So, on to roll number 2 of 5. Green. Green means classical, jazz, blues, or folk. So, I'm gonna pull a bunny. Not that one. Maybe this one? No. Oh, yes. Good, that worked. And now, let's see. For this, I'm gonna go with the album Michigan by Sufjan Stevens. This is an indie folk album. That's all I know about it. And I also know he has one called Illinois, which I may listen to at some other point in time. Or maybe I'll listen to it in this month when I'm not working on my project. Who knows? Anyway, roll number 3. Now, this means blue or pink, so I can pick between the two, because this dice has a pink section and a blue and pink section, but no just blue section. However, blue means I can pick whatever I want as long as it fits the theme, so I'm pulling a blue one. So, blue. What winter-themed album should I pick for this? I'm going to go with... What was it called? Hang on, let me do some Googling real quick. Aha! Homogenic by Bjork is the next album up. This is an art pop album, which I assume means it's kind of weird. This will be my first time listening to Bjork, which makes me a bad music nerd, I know, but I look forward to this. And also, autocorrect, stop turning homogenic into homogenized. Anyway, let's roll a 4th time, shall we? Purple again. Okay. And that means, let's see, is this album on here? No. So, Emperor. In the Night Side Eclipse is the next album. Or it will be after I pull a bunny. I forgot to do that. Hang on. There. Emperor. In the Night Side Eclipse is another black metal album, and it's another symphonic one. I love me some symphonic black metal, so I'm looking forward to this. And now for the final roll for the albums, roll 5, Orange. Now, let me explain something to some of the new people in my audience. Despite being an adult and not having schizophrenia, I have imaginary friends. Yes, I know it's weird, don't at me. Anyway, my imaginary friend, Pat Sajak, I picked some things that he would like, and they're all on this sheet of paper. And for the albums, I have to pick the first one that was written down, which is, I'll tell you as soon as I get this orange bunny. Got it. And that is At the Heart of Winter by Immortal. Wow, this is gonna be a black metal filled month. So, At the Heart of Winter is the first non-symphonic black metal album that I've put on here. And And I actually own it on CD, so this should be fun. Anyway, the album round is over. Excuse me while I put these bunnies back. Now for the books. Let's see how many books I'm gonna have to read in this month. This is the part I'm always dreading. So, let's do this. 7 books. That's the entire Harry Potter series. But it could be worse, and it's not a double, so... Thank God. I think I'll stick with it. So, let's see which books I'm gonna have to read. Orange. So we're starting with Pat Sajak's first recommended book, which is... reread, huh? The Invisible Man by H.G. Wells. Nice. A short one. That's what I like to see. And now for roll number 2 out of 7. Green. Now, green means fantasy, science fiction, dystopian, or magical realism. So, gonna pull a green one. And the green one in question is gonna be Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. This one is a longer one. It's an adult high fantasy, but after getting a nice short H.G. Wells book, I think I deserve a long one. So, roll number 3. Blue or pink? Again, I'm going with blue, because it means I can pick whatever I want. And I'm going to go with another reread, The Test by Sylvain Neuvel. I actually had my uncle read this one, fun fact, and he really liked it, as did I when I read it, so look forward to reading it again and reviewing it this time. And roll number 4, blue or pink again. This time, I'm gonna go with blue again. And for this, I'm gonna... what should I do for blue this time? Well, since I'm already reading one H.G. Wells book, let's put The Time Machine on here. More short books, yay! Roll number 5, pink, as punishment for picking blue all those times. By the way, if you saw the purple bunny here, that's because one of the pink bunnies got broken and I don't have any extra pink ones. So, I'm gonna pull one of these pink bunnies, not that one, maybe this one, or, yeah, that one. That's a good one to pull. Pink means... I have to check my key real quick to remember what pink means. Oh yeah, pink means romance, historical fiction, or action/adventure. And for this, I'm gonna go with... what should I go with for this? Well, I'm gonna go with The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. This is a historical fiction set in World War II, as I stated last time. So, yeah, and it's also a longer one, so that'll make up for the fact that I have 3 short books on here. And roll number 6 out of 7, pink again. I'll just pull that same one I accidentally pulled last time. And for this, I'm gonna put red, white, and royal blue back on here because I started it last time and never finished it. So, Yeah, this should be fun. This is an average length romance, so getting a nice mix of lengths here. And now for roll number 7, the final roll for the books. And it landed on orange, meaning I pretty much already know what I'm picking. And I'm picking Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I read this one in school, but I think I might enjoy it more when I'm not being forced to read it, so here goes. And that's it for the book round. And now for the movie portion of this. So, starting with a roll of the 2 six-sided dice. 8? No. I am not watching 8 movies in 1 month. Roll again. 3, and I got 8 again. I rolled again, and it was completely pointless. So I guess I am watching 8 movies then. Screw it. So, let's start off with roll number 1, green. Which again means, let me see, fantasy, science fiction, or dystopian. So, I'm gonna pull a green bunny, and I think since it's 2022, I'm gonna put Soylent Green on here since that movie is set in 2022. This should be fun. Yeah. Soylent Green is set in 2022. My aunt told me that on Facebook. Anyway, roll number 2, pink. Now, pink means action, adventure, romance, historical. So, I'm gonna pull a pink bunny, and I'm going to put, I think I'm gonna put, I'm thinking, well, we already have Mutiny on the Bounty at home because I still haven't watched it. I know you people are probably getting frustrated with me right now, but I'm putting Mutiny on the Bounty back on. 3. Now for number 3. Green. More science fiction / fantasy / dystopian. Got a bunny. And for this, I'm gonna go with Star Wars A New Hope. Yeah, I'm watching the original Star Wars to make up for all the subpar sequels that have been coming out as of late. Then again, I haven't seen all of them, but I've heard bad things about some of them, so here goes. And now I'm gonna roll again. Blue or pink. I'm gonna pull a blue one. And I'm gonna put Inside Out back on because I still haven't watched it and I still have it at home from Netflix. And now I'm gonna roll for the 5th time. Yellow. Comedy or drama. And for this one, I'm gonna go with The Breakfast Club. And roll number 6. Orange. Now, I already know what Pat's first pick for me is in terms of movies, and I'll tell you as soon as I pull this bunny. It's Casablanca. Thanks, Pat, for making me sit through what I hear is a pretty long movie, but then again, my dad likes it, so maybe it'll be good, who knows. Number 7. What is it? It's green again. So, let's pull a green bunny and write down, I know, Alien. It's a science fiction movie, it counts. And Finally, roll number 8, yellow. So comedy or drama again. And this time I'm going with Stand By Me again. I'm in an 80s mood, what can I say? And that's all the movies. And now for the shows. Let's see how many of those I'm gonna have to watch. And for this, I'm only doing 1 season per roll. So I may end up picking season 1 of, say, American Horror Story. And then for another roll, I'll pick season 2. Because I am not watching an entire TV show in 1 month. Forget it. Anyway, how many seasons of TV shows am I gonna have to watch? 9? Screw that. I'm rolling again. 8. That's only slightly better. But it is better, so let's get started with the rolls. Pink. Now, I've never done TV shows or video games before, so I'm gonna have to check to see what pink means in this context. It's realistic fiction, I think. So, what is a realistic fiction TV show? How about Community, Season 1? It stars Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, so that's awesome. And according to my case manager, it has an autistic character, so that sounds cool. But first, let me pull a pink bunny. Yes! Now for roll number 2. Orange. Which means I'm gonna have to pull an orange bunny and watch season 1 of the Netflix show You. Which I have a feeling that Pat chose that one because of that horrible Laura Ingraham comedy skit that happened on Fox News based around it. I'll link that below if you haven't seen it. It's awful. But anyway, roll number 3. Pink. More realistic fiction. And for this one, I'm gonna go with, I guess, since I don't feel like thinking of anything, I'm gonna go with season 2 of Community. I may swap this out if I can't find some of these on Netflix, by the way. But if I can, you can bet I'm gonna be watching them. But don't be surprised if I swap some of these out. I give myself permission to do that. Anyway, roll number 4. Blue or pink. Now, I'm gonna go with blue on this one, of course, since I've already done 2 pinks. And blue, again, means I can pick whatever I want. And for this, I'm gonna be going with season 1 of Squid Game, a Korean show that's been going viral as of late, and I hear it's pretty good, so we'll see. Anyway, roll number 5. Yellow. Also, I just realized that I cheated and rolled twice 2 rounds in a row, so pretend I didn't roll twice and pretend that I'm gonna do 9. Oh no. So yeah. Sorry I didn't catch that sooner, guys. Anyway, yellow means I have to watch let's see, what is yellow in this context? Reality TV or documentary. And for this, I'm going to do a documentary mini-series called Anne Frank the Whole Story. Luckily, this one was on YouTube last I checked, so it should be easy to find. And rule number 6, green. So, this means I'm going to be watching, let's see, fantasy, science fiction, or dystopian again. As soon as I pull this green bunny, and for this I'm going to watch season 1 of Star Trek, because I love me some Star Trek. And now, roll number 7, blue or pink. Going with blue. And since I can pick what I want, I'm picking Star Trek Season 2. And now, roll number 8, yellow. And I pulled a yellow one. And for this, I'm going to be watching one of the seasons of Wheel of Fortune that's available on Netflix. For some reason, they only have 3 seasons of it available, and they're all right in the middle of the show. So, yeah, that's my pick for yellow. Pat, I'm sure you'll be happy. But anyway, roll number 9. Green. Which means that season 3 of Star Trek is going up. And that's all it for the TV shows. And now for video games. Starting with the 2 6-sided dice roll. 3 video games? Now it's back to being nice to me. Okay, let's roll again. Okay, so I got green, which for video games means first/third person shooter, fighting games, or war games. So, I'm gonna pull a green bunny, and then I'm gonna write down Doom. This is a classic shooting game. I've played it a few times, and it is awesome. And now, roll number 2. Green again? Wow. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Hitman 2 for this. Not Hit and Run 2 autocorrect. And now, finally, roll number 3. Blue or pink, so I can pick what I want. I'm gonna pull a blue and write down Resident Evil 4. And that's my video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Wish me luck with all these TV series, and I'm out.